Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start straight line method and diminishing balance method. This topic is related to how to charge the depreciation on fixed asset. And these are the two basic common methods through which we are going to calculate the depreciation which is to be charged by the organization on their fixed asset. And why we are charging this, we are going to define it on our next PPT. So we are going to start it. Actually, first of all, we want to consider the factors required to calculate depreciation. What are the factors which we have to keep in mind while we are calculating the depreciation? First one is the main elements required before calculating depreciation are: first one is date placed in service, means the date on which you are using that which you are using that particular asset, because without that date you are not able to decide how much depreciation you are going to charge, because you are not definite about the use of that particular asset for a particular period of time. That's why you are giving so much emphasis to the date. Next thing is what you have to consider in that date when the asset is put into use for the organization. And usually buildings and other second-hand furnitures are an example for this. We are considering the date from the day on which we are using that particular asset. Next one is acquisition value. Acquisition value means that value which you have to pay for acquiring that particular asset. And the cost of the asset, and the inclusive of any tax, shipping and setup expenses, means when you are talking about the acquisition value, you are talking about the cost of that particular asset and including taxes, shipping and any other expenses which you are going to spend on that particular asset for installation, etc. And they are commonly recorded at their historical cost. Means you have to record it on historical cost. You have to consider your asset in your books of accounts on the basis of historical cost. Next thing which is considered as relevant is residual value or salvage value. Now what is this? Actually, residual value refers to the value at the end of an asset life is known as salvage value. Residual value means what you have in your hand when you are using that particular asset, and what residual value which you are having remains in your hand at the end of the life of that particular asset. That is known as residual value. And for example, if you are going to purchase one asset and after a particular period of time, say the life period of the particular asset is 5 years, and you're going to sell it out after a period of 5 years, that means you in that case you're getting the return of 15,000 at the time of purchase. You have to pay as a cost of that particular asset 50,000, and out of that you're getting the 15,000 at the end of the 5 year. That means that will be the residual value of that particular asset which is having cost of rupees 50,000. Now next is